Hello, my name is Dougles Chan. I'm the Qi Men Master. So for today, I'd like to talk about this particular topic related to why some of the Bazi reading by this Bazi Master or fortune teller may not be so accurate at all. Okay, let's explore the reason why is that so. I mean, we are not pinpointing the uh, individual person, but we are talking about as a whole what might be the possible issues. Okay, first of all, the one of the issue is that it takes two hands to clap. You see, you must understand. So when you give your information about your birthday and time, are they accurate? Importantly, are they really accurate? Because if you give the wrong information to the person that's trying to decipher the information, then apparently the information given back to you will be not so correct. So why is that so? Is because when the information that you have, the birth date, the birth time, sometimes may not be accurate because probably you may not have the birth cert anymore, or maybe your parents give you the wrong information. You see, that was one of the reason why the information in terms of the barter reading will not be accurate. Second is, do you know that different country in terms of their way of registering the birth date will be different? Let's give you an example. For example, in this Indonesia, when they register their birth certificate, the actual date of birth and the date of registration will be different because that is their process. So imagine that you gave birth today, and after 1 month, the registration date then is started. Then that is the date of registration, and sometimes because people do not understand the process in that particular country, then they use the date of registration and not the date of birth as the date of birth. You see, so from there, the total information provided by yourself to the fortune teller or Bazi master itself will be totally different. So that's another reason why this Bazi reading may not be accurate. We have to understand that there are many different school of thoughts for this Bazi reading. So apparently what happened is that different Bazi reading school of thought will have different levels. When I say levels, mean in terms of accuracy. So if a person is learning something that is not so great, and the information that you provide, even if it's accurate, the output of the outcome will not be accurate also, you see. So it's very important that you get the best or the most trustworthy method of Bazi reading. And of course, eventually you also have to see the persons who is the master itself, whether how experienced they are. You see, so if they have just started or compared to somebody who have 10 years or 20 years experience, then of course the result will be very different. But having said that, you also have to take into account if the person is 30 years of experience but is using a method that's no good, then the outcome will still be no good. You see, so it's a very diplomatic statement, but end of the day is you have to understand that this is how it works. There's another important things I would like to share related to Bazi reading is that could be one of the killer factor. Okay, why this Bazi reading is not accurate, and this is the best of the best in this video. So in this Bazi reading, what we need to know is that every country during the last 100 years, there are changes and adjustment in terms of their time zone. Okay, for example, in Singapore, if you were to be born in 1983, do you know that you have to minus 1 hour and 4 minutes from your actual date of birth? Not many people know that. Why is that so? Because during the last so many years in Singapore, there are so many time adjustment that not many Bazi master really bother to look at it. Because once they do a time adjustment, the actual date of birth of a person actually changes. the real date of birth, not the date of birth of the day that is being registered. It's not the time of, because the real date of birth will have to be adjusted. So even if you were born in 1971, do you know that you have to minus your date of birth timing using 34 minutes? You have to minus 34 minutes from your date of birth. Well, I didn't know that until I discovered it. And after I do a alignment and changes to a lot of my customers, I realized the accuracy from 70 to 80% goes up all the way to 99%. Well, that's amazing, isn't it? But question is, not many people know about it. So that's why I'm able to get a lot of good reviews and good accuracy for my customers, so much so that they're able to get a very precise information related to their Bazi. So far, I have not failed, unless the person gave me the wrong information, because I always verify the information before I even proceed to the next level. You see, so all these are the information related to why some of the Bazi reading and Bazi analysis may not be so accurate. All right, of course, this is a general statement, but question is, you have to understand that this is happening across the world. Whether or not you are using the Chinese metaphysics or astrology, this applies to, very important, this applies to every single one of them. You get the adjustment of your time for the country, understanding that the time zone has changed, so you do the adjustment backward. And from there, you should be able to get a very precise information about your real birth date. Then from there, all the analysis of your Bazi reading, analysis, on the Bazi will be very accurate. Okay, all right. So that's the information I can share with you today. Thank you for watching.